Welcome everyone to the channel. It's great to have you all. Welcome new subscribers and welcome returning subscribers. Let's go ahead and get into our messages, but prior to, let's go ahead and energize our reading here. So let's go ahead and connect, y'all. Welcome. I connect my heart and soul to the heart and soul of the 7 universes, the 144 sectors of each universe, the 144,000 galaxies of each sector, the 144 million constellations of each galaxy, the 12 solar systems of each constellation, and the 12 planets of each solar system. Infinite creator of all, the Most High, thank you for this moment to be relaying these messages to the collective, providing clarity, answering questions that they have, and even the ones that they did not know they had. And all this we say, Amun Ra, Ashe, Aibobo, and thank you. Gratitude to all. Let's go ahead and see what messages we have coming up for y'all. Let's see what's the message. Okay, we have here, there's an opportunity for you to expand when it comes to creation. You could be feeling like you're in between worlds or worlds within worlds. Okay, but this is all to get you to a space where you have fun, romance, and create things you're a part of. There's House energy, Leo energy, Sun energy. This is all about your willpower to create. Okay? Let's see what messages we got coming up for you. Let's see what messages we have coming up for the collective. What is the message for the collective source? For the highest purpose of all, for themselves and the environment. What is the message for the collective? For themselves and for the environment. Shuffling these babies up, you feel me? Okay. Let's see what these are talking about here. We have the 6th house and Cancerian energy. So the 6th house here talks about the work, health, and duty area of your life. Connectedness to the energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. Okay. So we have here the root of it all. The root of it all. One more shuffle. Very deep wounds here. Very deep wounds may have come to the surface in ways that you may not expect, but it's all for the highest purpose of all. For you to clear out whatever has been blocking your perception of the power that you have, what it is that you want to create, the willpower to know that you can, to connect to what it is that you love, to speak about the former with conviction, in knowing and seeing this vision clearly. But in order to do so, the path has to be cleared. Okay, and that path is connected towards the throat chakra, is what I'm seeing here, going towards the crown. If you haven't yet, check out the previous message before this reading here. It's not a live, it's just a video I posted. But let's see what message comes out here. We have Vesta. Wow, this is strong energy we're about to be pulling through here, y'all. For real. It says the goddess within your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. So a lot of you may have experienced something where it's really the influence or the torch behind the reason why you are now connecting to this sacred spiritual center with quiet dignity. Quiet dignity being that aspect of yourself where now you can fully see the purpose in all things and not look at it from a wounded space. Because looking at, what time is that? 20:09, 8:09. Okay. A lot of you may have done this before, but it's from a wounded space. So the universe knows very well. Okay. That's one thing about the universe. It doesn't have a sense of humor. We are the ones with the sense of humor. We handle our energy and our emotions differently. And one of those things is humor for us because we're in this 3D or the density of the third level in this realm, which is why Earth is the third planet. Not why it's the third planet from the sun, but being that it is the third planet from the sun, it's all connecting us to one, first and foremost, the third house. We can look at it as okay, this is a space where my thinking is going to change, where I'm going to be connected to a higher consciousness, being mindful and aware of what? Truths. What is your truth? Because your truth is whatever you decided to be. Okay? But let's see what comes out for you here. Wow. World Within Worlds number 36 and 36 definitely came out yesterday with the Hidden Worlds messages. We're going to actually go there right now because this is talking about the nucleus or the center of it all. So, what is the center of this matter? What is the center of your purpose? And once you're able to connect to the center of that purpose, you're able to bring forth more clarity. Now, the center, when it comes to your chakras in the physical body, that you are currently aware of, 7, but there are way more, about 285 of them. Yeah. The third one would be connected to your soul, the solar plexus, or the sun's energy. So when they said that the sun was returning, that is all of you. Okay, that is all of you, but you um, are here in this realm to remember that that's what you are. And in doing so, you're connecting yourself to your infinite power or your immortal spirit, Ashe. Let's go ahead and see what the Hidden Worlds has to say here, though. What is the message from the Hidden Worlds for the collective source as it relates to the world within worlds? Okay, I want you to take a good look at that there. All right. Okay. Let's see what the world, the Hidden Worlds, has to say about this for you all. Now, number 36 in this deck, we have the green man showing out, okay, connected to Osiris. So there's definitely a resurrection here. Rising energy, surge, fertility, number 18, and that's connected to the moon. So going back to number 36 card in this deck, it's all about prophecies that are coming through your dreams or dreamlike state, which is a meditative state, which is the actual world. As we continue to rise in this age of Aquarius, some of you could be in the center of the arc of that energy. So if we're looking at two circles and you're putting them together like a Venn diagram, the similarities is where some of you may be at this time, is where you're really connecting to the similarities that you have between you and the infinite. Okay? Or the star systems, galaxies, universe, because all of that dwells within you. All right. So let's see here. What is the message for the collective as it relates to the worlds within worlds? Let's see what we have at the bottom. We have Sacred Journey popping through here, okay, which talks about introversion, seeker, and self knowledge, okay. Seems like there's a moment where you're choosing to connect yourself to what they would call what's called the cross, but there are 90-degree angles on each section of that cross, which is all together would make it 360. It goes at 36, world within worlds. Let's see what you got going on here, collective. We have the healing temple, okay. Restoration, cure, and safety. Restoration, cure, and safety. You are, yeah, the healing temple. Your body is your temple. Your body is the temple. So for some of you, this is sounding like an energy where you're really connecting to your spirituality, what your truth is, and really, you know, honing into the matter of being the temple, that the body is the temple. And in doing so, it's basically you embracing every aspect of faith that has been presented to you that you may be aware of or that you were told about, so that way you're able to come to this space of restoring oneself, to come up with cures, to come up with ways to protect yourself, or more so set up boundaries when necessary, because the universe and the galaxies are always protecting you. It is up to you to receive that protection. 10-10 on the timer. Definitely into a cycle here. And that into the cycle is embarking you on your journey when it comes to the reason as to why you were here. Okay, the reason why most of y'all are here during this age of Aquarius, well, this is the beginning of a new age, is because you were part of that consciousness that was here at the beginning of every age. I think it was just 10:36 on the timer. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Come on now. 22 insight, master builders. We are in the North Node in Taurus. Taurus is the master builder. Okay. This is also connecting to number 4, but we don't break down these master numbers here when they show up. You can do what you want. I'm not going to say that we don't. You can do what you want. For real, because that's a confirmation, because it just hit 11 flat, 1100 on the timer. So you do what you want with your numbers. You know what I mean? We have magical tools, writing, and star crafting. Some of you are wizards and coming to the fact of knowing that you have great potential when it comes to the infinite, but first in connecting to that. But let me grab a Starseed Oracle. Going with the flow here. Feel me? Go with the flow here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to see what this is about. We got 221, February 21st may mean something to some of you, or February 2nd. That's Oya's Day, winds of change. But that's also around Pluto return. But let's see, Starseed Oracle, what is the message here as the foundation indicates? Star crafting. What is your message for the collective source? What is your message for the collective source as it relates to the healing temple, being in world within worlds? Okay. Being in world within worlds in the dream state, some of you are really connecting to the new earth in the dream state. Like, you've been doing this before, but it's becoming more clear to you because the energy is here on this planet now. It's beyond the fantasy aspect where you feel like you're just creating something. No, whatever it is that you're creating this time, it's actually occurring, type of thing. Okay, surrender to the sweetness we have here. What is the message here for the collective? All right, popping on through. Yo, come through, source. There you go. It says, I remember the soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Come through. At the bottom of the deck, you have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it, collective. I see y'all. Let's look at this a little bit further. Well, the blue flame popped up first, so we're gonna do that. This card is of awakening, energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. Okay? In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences with those going through them treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading of our cellular structures. This is deep as a cell. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Yo, come through. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. If this ain't the truth, listen, this is why. Okay? I'm pausing what I was reading about the blue flame. This is why you want to allow others to be on their journey, why you don't force anybody to understand your process as you're going through your own spiritual journey of kundalini awakening. Because like it says here, it's messier than what people think. And subconsciously, they know that. but they may not be consciously aware of that awareness, that it's expressed differently. And that is okay too. You, as the one who overstands and understands where you're at and where that outside energy is at, you just have to be mindful and surround yourself with protective energy so that way you don't find yourself having to heal an aspect that you constantly healed and you're sitting here biting your tail going in a circle. You know what I mean? So definitely continue your process. That's why I say now with the understanding that's a personal affair because only you can fit into that chariot. Each person has their Merkaba, but you only enter the Merkaba when you have centered yourself, when you have connected to your soul. Most people are still undergoing or still learning what that is. So don't feel any type of, you could feel however you want to feel, but just be mindful that your spiritual journey is your own. Okay. It continues to say here, many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. Okay. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. This is why when you enter the Merkaba, you have to be centered because it can cause more havoc on the physical body itself and on your mind. And then it further disconnects you from your soul because your soul overstands already what this is all about. Okay. It says here, if you're in the midst of awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. The Starseed activation, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following: I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that is right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. That is beautiful. Let's go ahead and follow through with the I remember message here. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. Ashe. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses. And it takes courage and faith. If we pull this card, which we do have here for the collective, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. Only way around is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan, collective? What are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Let's continue. Let's see What else we have here for the collective in the Starseed Oracle message? I remember. The message of I remember is the following. Welcome, beloved. I remember. What is the message for the collective source? Now, one of the things, I know we read that text and it does mention doing what's right. When we look at life from the universal laws, sovereign laws, it's more so about cause and effect. Look at life from cause and effect. And in doing so, what you would want to do is listen to that inner voice. Now, there may be things that one may have to clear out because each time that inner voice, because it's very quiet, okay? And each time, doubt will find a way to creep in, especially while you're on this path and really getting to know more about self. There are so many tools out there where you can really connect, to your self-knowing, self-knowledge. You have your human design, you have your galactic signatures, you have your natal charts. You know what I mean? So knowing a lot about that could also assist you too in knowing the direction of your path. Let's see what the message is here in regards to I remember for the collective source. What is the message of I remember for the collective? And the thing is, it won't be easy because you're going to find yourself having to separate from things that you never thought you would have to. But if something is toxic, you must do what you're supposed to do to remove yourself from the toxic situations, so that way the path is clearer and you're able to connect more to cause and effect. That each time you're faced with doubt and the question of how do I know if this is right or wrong, good or bad, bring it back to cause and effect. And that's going to require you to pause. Okay? It's going to require you to pause. And every time you give something to source to handle, because what you really do have control over, collective, is the who, what, when, where, and why. The how belongs to the universe. And that is something where divine timing comes into play versus the ego's timing. Because the ego is more so about your identity and your physical body going through different experiences. Okay? I remember for the collective. What is the message of I remember for the collective? What is the message of I remember for the collective? Wow, look at this, baby. Oof, baby steps. Baby steps. You're going through this portal now. It says baby steps. Trust your intuition before it makes sense, which is basically trusting the throat chakra, trusting that inner voice before it rises up to the third eye, which is the I see in your vision, and then it connects to the crown, which is the I know. And the I know is what the universe is connected to. The universe will always give you what it knows that can manage. Okay? Let's continue, y'all. We have, definitely going through that portal. They just expanded this image for you. They just expanded the image for you. This is beautiful. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards and wild card. Amazing. Amazing, source. Thank you for clarifying that for the collective. Okay. Let's go ahead and go further into our messages with the oracle cards here. Now that we know what this is all about, this is literally just off of the world within world. So there we are. Here we go. What do we have next here for the collective? Okay. Dark night of the soul. This is where life brings new meaning. because it is in darkness that the gestation process occurs, where the seed gets comfortable in the dark in order for it to grow before it steps outside of the world that it was within into the world that it's going to continue to grow here. Okay? Now, 11 also came out in the reading before this one as well, where it mentioned the messages and channels and information coming from the mountains. So some of you may have a strong connection to the mountains or going into higher places or places that are at a much higher altitude can assist you with clearing your mind. This can even be just, going online and visualizing these places, because one thing about reality and the universe connecting to you, doesn't matter if it's happening in the physical or if this is something you're meditating or viewing. That's how much power you have. Okay? So, through this dark night of the soul, right? Life is bringing new meaning. There we go again. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Kundalini rising. Number 22. Ignite your passion for life, which was the message from yesterday as well. So, we got a nice little path we got going on here. I see y'all. We have balance coming out next, 11 and then a 2. This is amazing, y'all. With this Om symbol. So this is really connecting to your passion, your thoughts, your emotions, the way you ground yourself, and how you really merge your passion, your thoughts, and your feelings into the physical or the root or the earth energy as it connects to source. That's what the pentacle is all about, or the 5-pointed star. It's your emotions, your thoughts, the fire within you, the passion to take action and to actually make a decision. Make a decision and take action in the physical as it relates to the messages you're receiving from source here. So the world within worlds, this energy that you all are feeling, possibly if you're connected to this reading, okay? Life is bringing you new meaning, and you most definitely may feel like you're in world within worlds where shit might be a little hectic. Okay? But life is bringing you new meaning through this darkness, because it is going to be time for you to shine, with the number 29 connecting that as well to a number 11. Ashe. What else do we have here for the collective source? Oh, wow. These three came out together, and it's another 36 with the number 22. A lot of master numbers coming out here. A lot of master numbers. Let me go ahead and place these here. Give me 1 second, y'all, but I'm going to show y'all what these messages are. I'm going to let y'all meditate on this for a bit. This is all of the third eye, 36 and 36. This energy about you being a world within worlds is for you to reclaim your mind, to align your universe, to navigate distractions, to really become the magician, which is basically the image that is connected to the infinite source. And then we have Gemini energy with the number 3, as in the third house. But 1 second here. Definitely a major balance in the energies here. With this Gemini card coming out right up under balance, this could be a balance in communication. And this communication is more connected to mental activity. So the way you think about things. Now, Gemini is also connected to networking, communications, and transportations and travel and siblings. Some of you, your right ear may have been going off, and this is a sign that you're receiving a message from Source to balance out whatever it is that you are putting into plan when it comes to being more practical or logical about a situation. Okay, now, let's see what we have here at the top of the deck. I want to see what is crowning this energy for you all. Okay, right back to the fifth house. This is all being connected to where you have fun and romance and create things you are proud of. Let's get one more here. And then we have timing is critical, number seven. Now, seven is also connected to the chariot, which is also considered the Merkaba. So, timing is critical. It is important, like I said before, to center yourself. So, especially those of you who are feeling again that you may be in world within world, it's all for you to reclaim your power to really see what this vision is for you here. Okay, to really see what this vision is for you. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I want to see where Source wants me to go with this for y'all. Having some water there. Let's see. Let me grab some of these angels and ancestors along with the moon cards. Source, we ask them to reclaim their mind, navigate distractions as life is about to bring them a new meaning. Beautiful. 111, which is connected to the Three of Wands. So this could be a spiritual pilgrimage that some of you are on or will be on to really balance out your mind here. There we go. And also, I just read busy work. There's one thing to be busy, and there's another to be productive. Ask yourself in which areas you're being busy and in which areas you're being productive, as well as what is it that you're interested in versus what you're committed to. And that's going to help you to really reclaim your mind. All right. We have here at the bottom of the deck currently the shaman, trust in higher forces. Okay. Ashe. Yes. What's the message here, Source? Wow. Unlock the magic within, Magic Guardian. So some of you are definitely here for a spiritual purpose where you are here to get things started and build with the universe, this new earth that we're currently entering, or that we are in. It's just in the building stages. Then we have tracked down your fears and desires. So some of you, some of you are magicians here, the hunter. This is also connected to Aries, and Aries is all about the I am that I am. Some of you received this gift from your maternal aspect or from Mother Earth herself, okay, is reaching out to you, connecting to you and telling you, listen, you are a galactic healer. Just have more patience as you're going through this spiritual evolution to set your heart free, okay? Because this is also connecting you to, look at that, Mars is right here. Come on, I can't make this up. I'll show you what's next. This seventh house energy coming out after setting your heart free, therefore a spiritual evolution is occurring. This area of your life is about long-term, significant partners, romantic, business, or family. What is this connected to? Your Mars energy, your physical energy, your drive, strength, and fighting spirit is all connected to what? The eternal union of the divine masculine and divine feminine. Okay? Where the masculine is able to lead and okay with leading, with having a divine feminine that allows for that process to be what it is, even if the divine feminine can do all that it is that the masculine is doing. Okay? Because when you go out there and buy yourself a pair of shoes, you're not going to buy yourself a left foot size 7 and a right foot size 8. That's not going to fit. Right? So, this entire process where you're going through the dark night of the soul is really removing those factors where you may have picked the 2 different sizes for your shoes and then wonder why. The steps that you're taking are unnecessarily uncomfortable, because I'm not saying that everything that you go through is going to be a comfortable process. Okay? Because shedding is not comfortable. To unlearn things, just like it mentioned in the Starseed Oracle, to unlearn is not going to be the easiest process, or this spiritual journey is not as easy as people may think, which is why subconsciously most people don't embark on this journey, and it's not for everyone. You know what I mean? And it depends on where you're at in your soul's journey or your soul's contract in this lifetime. Everything happens for a reason, y'all. For real, for real. Can I have another message here for the collective? What do we have? We have balanced spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. And the full moon is all about gratitude, results, completion of a cycle, from the potential of growing something new from the new moon. Okay, we do have the new moon in Aquarius approaching us very soon. February 2nd or the 1st, around there. Excuse me for not having the exact moment, but hey, listen. The new moon in Aquarius is coming, and Aquarius is all about the knowing. So a lot's being removed so you can know more. So therefore, source is continuing to ask you, continue to tell you, balance the spiritual, balance the practical. So that way you can know what you're willing to do. Know and see and trust what you're willing to create. As it mentioned, walking through that portal, doors are opening. You want to be ready. You want to be ready when these doors open, collective. Ashe? Ashe. Yes. Trust your instincts here. Trust your instincts. And you have animal guardian, which is all connected to that solar plexus energy. There's a lot of 5th house vibes coming from this. More than likely because, wow, candle just popped too. More than likely because the full moon that would be next would be the full moon in Leo. So go back to Leo season, see what you started then, because it's coming full circle when the full moon in Leo approaches you. Okay? All right, y'all. Let's get another message here. Yeah, definitely having something to do with that time. Bask in joy and light. Doors are opening. Doors are opening. Hold the space. So therefore, make space for this newness that's coming in. Tell me more about this for the collective, source. Yep, grow within the current situation. Yesterday was see beyond the current situation. Now it's time for you to grow within it, as we have here, world within worlds. Okay? You are the wise one, and wisdom comes with obstacles and challenges. Your response to those moments determines whether you're gaining wisdom or you're making yourself feel like a victim. Okay? Some can live a life without that wisdom. Others, your life depends on that. And this is why the spiritual journey is your own. Because some of you could be forcing people who really in this lifetime could live without all this stuff and all this, knowledge over here. And they're okay with that. Grow within that current situation. See it for what it is. See it for what it is. Okay, let's get one more here. Let's get one more. Yep. Stay rooted and grounded. Nothing is yet set in stone. Let me get one more. Tell me again, source for the collective. Stay rooted and grounded. Okay. And drop your shield. So you got the magic guardian, the protection guardian, and the earth guardian. Unlock the magic within, drop your shields, and stay rooted and grounded. Why is that? We have hold a space for your north node, which is your purpose. What's this that's peeping through? You and your loved ones are safe, so don't even trip. Okay, don't even trip. And this happens in July, June, July, new moon in Cancer. We just finished with we just had the full moon in Cancer, which really pulled up a lot of emotions as it relates to the mother energy or you mothering yourself, however that fits for you, whether if it's a mother or a grandmother, you being a mother, or for some, there are children who are mothers to their mother, and just realizing that. And with that comes remembrance of a moment where, that made more sense in the physical. Okay, we have shapeshifter, which was a message as well in the previous reading. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot messages here for the collective. We're not going to be here too much longer on this live here. So let me hold you. That's what the universe is saying. Let me hold you. I know how. You'll get through. Just let me hold you. Yeah. At the bottom here, you have open intuition to seek clarification, which will help you to see your mirrored souls between you and source, because the sky is your mirror. The sky is your reflection. And once you realize that the sky is your reflection, you're realizing what else? That you are the second coming. You are the sun that has returned. Ashe? Ashe. Oh, man. All right, y'all. Here we go with the tarot. To finalize your messages, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you for liking the video. I am open for personal readings. Just require patience with a response as I do wait for my guides to let me know if I should be reading for you. Okay. Here we go. Wow. The Lovers and the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is connected to self-worth or somebody who is well established, making a decision. But it's time for you to unlock the magic within you. Wow. Connected to that love, baby. Here we go. 43 on the timer. Both of you are in this chariot of ascension. You and an opportunity, whether it's a person or a thing or an idea, both are in this stage of ascending and expanding. At the bottom of the deck, Ashe, we got 3 of Wands. That's that 111 energy, which is connected to, let's see here, navigate distractions, align your universe. And 11 was, what's 11, y'all? What was 11? Okay, there it goes. All right. The darkness bringing you into the light as it will, as it is designed to. Okay. That is what the death process is. You replanted into the ground. 44 on the timeline. Ashe, you planted into the ground. And the moment that that happens, there comes another process or resurrection. Okay. So we have here navigate distractions, as life going through the dark night of the soul will bring you a new meaning. That new meaning is going to be connected to your higher self here. All right. Let's see what the messages are. What is the message here for the collective source? Message for the collective. Ooh. There's a lot happening at once. All right. Emotions, yeah. There's a lot happening at once. It's connected to your destiny, though. It's connected to your destiny, your knowing, the knowing of your soul. Tell me more here. Some of you could have been doing a lot of crying too, which is okay. That's detoxing. Yeah, because you're closing out a major cycle. This is amazing. What is this? Yep. Five of Cups talks about sorrow, pains, and regrets. Mars in Scorpio. The use, okay? The use, when you talk about use, you're talking about Saturn. So the way you use these karmic cycles as it relates to your willpower, your creativity, for some may have something to do with children. Certain cycles you're going through with your children is coming to a close here. Some of you could be moving as well and starting a new life or having a new beginning through personal development. But a lot of what's happening here, from what I'm seeing, is there has been a period where there was a major release of sorrow, pains, and regrets, whether this is this lifetime or another lifetime, or having something to do with your bloodline here. But with this 10 of Wands, we're looking at Saturn inside, just like, what did you learn about the truth that has been presented to you? Because some of you right now are connected to the knowing of what you see and what others cannot see. So you have the knowing of the seen and unseen right now. You're really in your magician state, for real, especially with this Ace of Wands, which came out yesterday as well. Okay, so crossing all of this energy, what could be a challenge is the release of the sorrow, pains, and regrets. And the challenge in this aspect would be the way you respond or look at it. This is why I was saying before, or even the Starseed Oracle, the spiritual journey is not as easy as it comes out when you say you're on a spiritual journey. That shit can get real messy, because then you'll start to see a lot of things and really be able to connect the dots. You know what I mean? And in connecting the dots, you're finding yourself really coming to this space of so many aha moments that you just feel like, okay, it's like being in the gym your first week and your body is sore as I don't know what, and you give yourself a couple days before you can tap back into the next cycle of the workout. So the next cycle of exercise is where you're now expanding the muscle because you're exercising it and you're using it. You know what I mean? So this is amazing. This is, you're on the right path. It may not feel comfortable, right? Because it is the dark night of the soul, but this is where you're going to be able to navigate distractions, and all of this energy is going to pass, where you're able to come back to those that you may have had to separate yourself from, because you're doing a lot of regrouping here, accepting and regrouping and releasing, accepting, regrouping and accepting, releasing and regrouping, accepting, releasing and regrouping, accepting, releasing and regrouping. It's just you just build in the triangle to create that vehicle of ascension, that Merkaba. And this is where now, when you're centered, you can rise. Ashe, look at that. Patience, balancing it out. This is something you've been patiently doing. That is a virtue. Being patient. Okay, balancing the dark and the light. Notice that this temperance figure has the new moon and the sun, or this could be the new moon and the full moon. So this is basically the completion of a cycle. But a cycle means that there's a process involved, right? So let's continue. What else do we have here for the collective? What's next for you all? What's next? We already see that there's a beginning already happening when it comes to an awakening or starting anew. This could also have a lot to do with your purpose in life and knowing what that is and having that inner strength with the outer strength that you had before, and even enhancing that outer strength. So I'm here for the collective source. What's next? What's next? Ashe, we got the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands here is all about Mars again, but in the sign of Leo. So, the use of obstacles and challenges, connecting that to creativity. So, what I'm seeing here is through your meditation and releasing the sorrow, pains, and regrets, it's allowing you to become more innovative. Or this is inspiring you now rather than hurting you, which means that you're finding the solution to the Chiron energy in your charts. That's not an easy feat, because that Chiron energy is connected to ancestral wounds or patterns that you may not be expressing with others, and you're really holding on to that yourself. But not I wouldn't say holding on, that you're handling by yourself, because you overstand, or you will be overstanding, or this message is basically giving you the clarity that, listen, when you're going through this journey, okay, and you start to uncover a lot of these deep ancestral wounds, and you're the only one at this present moment that understands and overstands it due to your own personal affair with your understanding, which is going through the underworld, or having that death-like experience of shedding old skin so that way you can correct. This is beautiful, y'all, because this Ace of Wands, that's the only wand here that you're allowing to enter your bubble. Whatever this is has a lot to do with your personal development. It's like you're being more cautious now about where you're going when it comes to co-workers, partners, even your loved ones, your family members. You're being extremely cautious in this area now, because you know that your purpose is involved. Okay. Hey, my love. All right. Yeah. The purpose is involved. And this could also be connected to, really reuniting with your spirit guides or your soul tribe to really connect and express on a mental level. So this is more so that telepathic communication too, I'm feeling from this, especially through meditation. Because the first message that we all got here was the world within worlds. This is how you enter the world within worlds. Notice how that solar plexus is shining. But you have to enter into another world within the world that you're currently in to fully see this vision here that's setting you on fire. That's allowing you to rise to the occasion and reignite your passions, your true passions. Now, the true passion is the one that's connected to your soul, your destiny. Fate is where you just enter the family that you were born into, for you to connect to your destiny, for you to get to know your soul, to grow in the experiences. This is amazing, y'all. What's next after this? Seven of Wands. What's next after the Seven of Wands? The Four of Cups. And you know what? The fact that the Four of Cups fell so perfectly like this, it's almost like you're releasing the discontent and the boredom. You're releasing the discontent and the boredom because you realize the process, divine timing is at play. You've already planted the seeds for success. But there may have been times where you may have become discouraged. But rest assured, spring is around the corner. The new beginning is on the way. Because like it says here, right? Dark night of the soul, life is bringing a new meaning for you to be able to do what? Align your universe, align your crops, right? And navigate distractions moving forward, because this is not going to be the only time that you've experienced this. There's levels to this. Feel me? So what's after this for the collective? What is next here? That felt perfectly next to that. You're really meditating on those moments where you may have been discontent, and in doing so, it's bringing life a new meaning to you because of the way you may be analyzing it, especially again with the full moon in Cancer that brought up a lot of emotions here. Okay, this fell right on top of aligning your universe, and this is the Six of Wands. That's how we ended the last message right before this one. Wow. Okay. That's victory and success. Notice the image here, how it's you being celebrated by your spirit guides. You're being celebrated by your spirit guides. You know how powerful that is because your spirit guides are the ones that is connected to source that is guiding you, especially in those moments where you have to experience this, turning yourself away from anything that may have, you know, stepped you away from what it is that your true purpose was. But it was all part of the process, though. Everything has a purpose. And until we recognize that purpose, abuse will continue to happen. Abandonment will continue to happen. Confusion will continue to happen. Confusion without the sight of seeing the light or seeing that there's another way. There's always a way. Where there's a will, okay, where there's the sun, where there's that's the center of you, there will always be a way. Always be a way. Always be a way. We got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. It's chess, not checkers, baby. Checkmate. Wow. What a message, y'all. Let's where we closing this off at, Source? Where we going with this? We're gonna see what the hidden world has to say now. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Close off this message for the collective. Close off this message for the collective, Source. I'm gonna put this like this for a reason. What's this that's playing? The payback. James Brown, the payback. And that's one thing James Brown says. If you have a gift, you have wealth. If you have a gift, you have wealth. Let's see what the message from. Look at that. The light dancer. He's like, yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. You got the gift. Oh my. Yo. Present. Yeah. That's for sure. That's the truth, y'all. Here we go. Let's close off this message with a bang, Source. Hidden worlds. Give it to them, please. Give it to the collective. Oh, number 9. The angel gate. Cleansing, protection, and blessing. And the gift remained at the bottom of the deck, which talks about present, honoring, and offering. And at the top, okay, we have the oracle, but it's in reverse here. So what this indicates is that allow the divine intervention to happen, allow the spirit to speak, and step into your sacred living. It's messy. It can get messy at times, but keep going. Okay? Keep going, y'all. Let's read this message here about the angel gate. Okay, before we close off our messages, when you receive this card, know that a guardian angel is with you, caring for you and sending you the energy of these pure waters, which fall now upon you, showering you with protection, with their protection, Ashe, surrounding you, surrounding your every particle with the charge of energy that will bliss you. And most of all, cleanse from you the debris of life we carry so unconsciously so much of the time. You are being cleansed and blissed. And within these waters, there can be a rebirth, Ashe. Be like water. The reason why they say be like water, because wherever the water is and you put it into another container, it's still the same water. So you are gods and goddesses. You are connected to source. Therefore, you are a fragment of that source. But you still have that most high guiding you. The angel here watches over you and knows what it is you most need. Ask for it. And know that the soul's call is answered from the realms beyond this world, and that you have infinite protection and love. Expect a lifting sensation, that of the spirit being freed, and with cleansing comes a sensation of your energy being renewed and revitalized. Never despair that you are not worthy of this love in time. There is a place to come when you feel the debris of the world has taken a toll, and within these waters, your emotions too can be refreshed. The feelings you no longer wish to experience can be expressed here safely, as these waters are not afraid of your fear or your anger or your resentment. Release them here into the waters, and they will be changed and understood and finally released. Do not punish yourself, dear friend, for the flaws you perceive within yourself. Cleanse them, come to an understanding of them, and know you can be protected, blissed, purified, and accepted within this realm of the angel gate. The illumination for this card: my soul is now bathed and cleansed with the angels' sacred waters. My soul is now bathed and cleansed with the angels' sacred waters. My soul is now bathed and cleansed with the angels' sacred waters. Collective, that is your message. And I will see you next time. Ciao.